Oh my god. Of Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do this full glam look. It's inspired by the Valentine's Day, so I have some pink full glam flirty lashes, some curls, and well, that's pretty much it. So if you're not already subscribing to my channel, I would really suggest you to do that. Just click the button down there, and with no further ado, let's get into this. I've already done my eyebrows, and the first product we are going to use is the Pro Longwear Paint Pot eye base from MAC. It's in the shade Soft Ochre, so this is a bit too yellow for me, I have realized, but we are going to use it anyway. And this is a new product. I've seen a lot of YouTubers and influencers, beauty YouTubers, use this in their videos, so I was so curious to see what the fuss was about, you know? So I just apply it with a concealer brush, and as you may see already, it's very yellow. And of course you can use a concealer as a base also, but it's not actually created for that, so it's not as good as the actual eyeshadow base, you know? But I've used concealer for years and it works fine for me. When I tested this one the other day, I really saw that my eyeshadow lasted so good. So for eyeshadow we want some pinks and nudes, that kind of vibe. So I'm going to use the Revolution Maxi Reloaded palette, Big Love. And this has all of that. I mean, it's a very pinkish palette and a lot of shades. I really love this. These are really easy to blend, they have good pigment and I love them, and they are very affordable, so really a palette I would recommend, but we'll use this today. So we want a transition shade, and that's mostly a lighter color, almost like in the middle of all the shades you are going to use. And it's going to blend all of the shades together. It's almost like the background or canvas for your look. So we're going to use this very nude pink with a blending brush from Luxie. We take a smaller brush. This is from Sigma, the Detail Blending E27. I think we're going with this brown shade. And then I just bigger brushed blend. And now we want to start to warm it up. So we take the orange rusty brownish shade in the corner. So now we take some concealer. This is the L'Oreal Infinable More Than Concealer in the shade Eggshell, and a concealer brush. Then we're going to cut the crease. Then I just take a flatter brush and Barbie pink and just pack that on. Then I just blend the edge of the two shadows. And I think I want to intense that outer corner a bit, so I take some more of that brown. Maybe just do the same on the other eye. Then we just take that brush with the leftover pigment and apply it to the lower lash line. I found it a bit patchy, but it may look better when I apply lashes and eyeliner and everything, so we continue. I take an eyeliner pen in the waterline. And then I take the Maybelline Hyper Precisely All Day eyeliner. This is new. Trying to draw a wing. Now I take my Bambi Eye False Lash Mascara and just apply it on the top lashes. And then we apply my Mulac lashes. These are huge. So while those dry, we apply our base, and I start with a primer. This is a color correcting primer from NYX, so it has some green tint to it. And that's great because I'm olive tone and all foundations show up orange or yellow on me. So it's great to have something that can neutralize and correct that. This is new as well. And then we want a primer that make our pores appear smaller. So I have the Revlon Pore Reducing Primer. It's the third time I use it. So I take a dot of that and work it into my T-zone where my pore appear bigger, and I press it into the pores. So we let that primer sink in and dry a bit. While we do that, we apply some more eyeliner where our lash glue has dried down a bit white. We're going to use a foundation from Revlon, Color Stay 24 Hours Combination to Oily Skin, and it's in the shade 150. And we are going to mix this foundation with a Pro Foundation Mixer from NYX. So this is white and it will lighten up the foundation, so you can mix as much as you want, depending on what shade you want, how light you want it to be. So we're going to mix this until we feel like it match my skin tone. So I just take some of that foundation on my hand and some of the foundation mix like that, and then you can take something to mix with. You can also mix directly on your face, but I don't want that. Then I can just draw it on and blend. And this looks good, so you can't really see it here on the neck. So that will be my mix. So I take my foundation brush from Real Techniques and just buff that in. And then I take my beauty blender or Real Technique sponge to blend on the forehead because I have more control with this, so I don't f up my eyebrows. And I take some more where I want some more coverage. That looks pretty good, but I want some concealer. This is new from Urban Decay, the All Nighter Waterproof Full Coverage Concealer. So this is the shade Fair, and I don't know if this is too, yeah, it's too dark, isn't it? Okay, we take that to cover my under eyes bag so you can see my blueness under the eye. Not everyone needs this much coverage because some people, to be honest, do not have bags under their eyes, and I always take like layer of foundation here because I have so much pimples and redness in this area, and I just blend it with a small buffing brush from Morphe. This is the E8, and as you see, I use a very light concealer, but it's the same tone as my foundation, so I'm not highlighting the pimples because most people aren't as light as me. So if they would take their concealer down here, it would look like you're highlighting it. On me it doesn't, so I do not have to think about it, you know? Even though this is a tutorial and I show how you can do it, you still have to think about your own perspective. You have different skin type, different skin tone, and you can be darker, lighter. Well, I don't know if you can be lighter, but maybe. So you have to really customize your routine after your own skin. And I can take much concealer without it creasing heavily. I can do that. And I bake. Some people hate baking, and yeah, it's fine. If I would be a makeup artist, I would probably do my makeup completely different. Like the eyes, everyone have different eye shapes, so you can't do exactly the same on everybody. I also bought a pro foundation mixer for olive skin tones because I'm olive toned, but this darkens up, and because I want my foundation lighter, I can't use this for this particular foundation, but I can use this for my contour, and I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to take some of it very lightly. I know I took too much, way too much. And I just blend this with my sponge because I over applied as always. That looks a lot better. Then I have this stick foundation from Maybelline. It's the shade Caramel, so I'm going to put on some of that. And that looks weird as f***, but we apply my Laura Mercier powder, and because this has some pigment to it, it's not completely translucent. It will help us blend and set the face, of course. We take my NARS Duo. So this has both a blush and a bronzer. We take that little buffing brush we just used. And then the blush. We take my Morphe highlighting brush and the Revolution Vivid Golden Light Baked Highlighter and apply that. This is amazing. I love it. Pretty much the only highlighter you can over apply. And if you do that, you just take your sponge with no product, just leftover product, and press over. And then I take my brow setter from NYX to set those brow hairs so they stay in place. The brow setter also removes powder that may sit on your brows. For the lips, we take the Buff Matte Lipstick from Anastasia. I just draw some on and then I just blend it out with my finger. I like the smooth look on the lips, not these intense, harsh lines. And of course we want some of that mascara on the lower lashes as well. So that's the final look. I think the curls and the lashes make it really full glam, and I would go out looking like this, definitely. And it would be a perfect look for Valentine's Day. I definitely think so. The pink are so pretty. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course if you want notifications every time I upload a new video, you can click the bell. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye!